Hello, my name is Fiona Stanton from Papercraft. I'm here with another quick video on the beautiful bauble set. This one, I've called it a shadow card. I'm not too sure if that's the right name for it. It was actually a technique I saw demonstrated by Barbara Gray on from Clarity Stamps. So I thought I should try it with this set because I think it works really nice. Now I have mixed and matched a couple of other stamp sets, and obviously you can use whatever you have at home to create the scene. If you've got, some people might have some little village stamp sets or other wintry scenes. It doesn't have to be a wintry scene. Actually, you could use this for an autumnal scene or a spring scene. It's really up to you. But I really like it. I think it's really nice and simple. It's just using monochrome colours. I use Coastal Cabana in my sample, but through the video I'm going to be using Granny Apple Green. Had to remember the names. They're all new names. I've got to try and remember them. Please comment below. Let me know how the video is. I know they're probably not as good as some that you see on YouTube. I am looking at different ways to try and improve the quality so they're better for you. Hopefully this one's a bit clearer than last week. I liked last week making the Christmas decorations. Anyway, I'll get on with the video. This is my version of a shadow card. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so this is the card that we're going to be making. As I said, we're going to be making it in the Granny Apple Green. Just let me get my paper central. Where do you want it? Oh, there we go. It's a bit further up. Right. So we're going to be doing it in Granny Apple Green rather than Coastal Cabana. So first thing I'm going to do is edge my cardstock with the glitter. Now I want to do that in advance to give it a chance to dry. Now how I do that, I think I just try and find the right glue that's got glue in it. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a whole load of glue down there. And I will do the same with the glitter here. It's probably asking for trouble doing it like this. I need to make sure I don't shake the glitter off into the glue. And then, just like that. Okay. And we're going to do all 4 sides. And it just gives it that nice kind of Christmassy feel, doesn't it? Now, what's Christmas without a bit of glitter? Can't have Christmas without glitter, that's just wrong. Surely. Tell me I'm not the only one who thinks that. Okay, so that's all 4 sides, and it's just a little bit of glitter. Right. Let's pour this off, and obviously the tombow will come off. This is the silicone mat. The tombow will come off easily. The glitter probably won't. I'll probably have to wash that off. Should have used copier paper. Oh, Fiona. Never mind. Right, so that's part 1. Next thing I am going to do... I lost everything. Right. Just going to line that up on here. So this is, so I'm doing this on a 5 7/8 card blank. So this piece of Very Vanilla is now 5 5/8 because it's the second layer. Now the reason I do that is then because you can get one in, you can get one card blank out of a A4 piece of card. So I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm just going to put this in the centre. I'm going to move it down a little bit just below the centre. That's fine. Get some rather old tape, and I'll bring my die cutting machine in. That's where everything drops, isn't it? There we go. And we're just going to quickly die cut that through, making sure everything is straight. Right, so that one is done, and you can use that insert for something. You could make a little card, you could use that as a card blank, card front. I'm sure you can use that for something. So that is what we've got. We've got the front of our card now. We're just going to sit on top of the Granny Apple like that. So we need to do some stamping on that in a minute. But first of all, I'm just going to cut the shape out again. And what I've got here is I've got some ordinary copier paper. I'm just going to roughly fold it in half and tear it. I want some tears anyway for later on. just so that fits on the plate. And we're going to die cut that again, and this is going to be our mask. There we go. So that's our mask. So let's move that out the way. Die cutting machine out the way, plate out the way, and that's our mask. Right, so that's the dies gone. Just let me show you the rest of the dies that you get in the packet. So you get this group of dies here, that die cut out, the stamp that goes with it. The stamp is a mixture of baubles. You get this delicate bit bauble and that detailed bauble as well. This one will actually cut into the cardstock, and then you use the outer one to cut it out. And that's how that works. There you go. So it's a nice set of baubles. Okay. So now what I've got a piece of watercolour card, because I find it works best with this. And I'm going to, what I'm probably going to do, where you can see me, right. Let me get my masking tape. And I'm going to just tape this down to make sure this doesn't move. I'm not too worried about how sticky the masking tape is, because you won't, that's going to be underneath. And I'll make sure we can, there we go. Right, now the important thing is, now that's way up. This is what I did wrong on my last one. So you need to have these two lined up in the same way. Otherwise you get a very drunk image. So that will do. As you saw in my the Coastal Cabana one I did, it was a little bit drunk because I hadn't really. Oh, just a minute. Let's raise this up a bit then. I don't want any of that showing, do we? There we go. Oh, done it again. Oh, let me get this right. You get a slightly drunk image if it's not lined up properly, and that's what went wrong with mine last time. Put this on properly. Ugh. There we go. Right, now then. Okay, what I haven't done, which I should have done, is prepped a sponge. This is how I have my sponges. The sponges come in a circle, and I cut them into 6. I punch out a little bit from the cardstock and write on what it is. This is Lemon Lime Twist, which is a similar-ish to Granny Apple Green. I can wash it out, and I'll make one up for Granny Apple Green later on. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to create the scene. To do that, I'm just going to tear my copier paper into a few hills, and I do this way because it's a snowy scene. I think if you were doing water or something like that, you'd probably do it the other way around. And so I'm just going to, one like that, I think. Start off the page and just, there we go. And then we're going to do it like that. Again, start off the page like that, and then let's use the other side. I'll have that one going up like that. I've got a bit of tape stuck to me. Make sure that's on. And that's a very simple technique like that. And then what I would also do is just go around the edge. You could use a dauber as well if you wanted to. They're slightly smaller, so they might give you a bit more control. But there you go. Okay, so that's that bit done. So those are the hills, our green, snowy hills. You know, we like green. And then what we're going to do, and these are the other two stamp sets I used. This is the Rooted in Nature. It's actually a double stamp set. That's quite a big stamp set. It's lovely and lots of people like it. I'm doing my next class in October on Rooted in Nature. I've got some lovely samples to make of this. It's a really lovely set. And this is Dashing Deer. This is going to be my class in November. So I'm using these stamps to add detail to my scene. I mean, like I said, you could use any stamp that you wanted to. Whatever stamp sets that you have, you could use those and that will be fine. Now you could also use your Stamparatus. I'm going to be brave and not. The reason I say that is because this is watercolour card and it can be a little bit fiddly to get a clean image in because it's so textured. So you may want to use your Stamparatus so you can stamp a couple of times on it, but I think that's fine. And then I'll leave that to the side to clean. And then we're going to have a deer. Let's see. We shall have, I think we'll have the little deer this time. The little deer. The mummy deer. Or the baby deer. There we go. Okay, so that's our scene. That's all done. Let's move all this out the way, because what I want to do next is stamp on the our outer layer. So let's just lift this up and see how that's looking. Not too drunk, one hopes. So I got a little ink in the middle of the trees. We'll imagine that's a bird of some sorts. Or, you know, we could... Oh, said I wasn't going to be too worried about it, but I didn't want to tear it that much. But that should be okay. We'll sort that one out. Always a means and a way of sorting mistakes. So that's our front bit. I'm just going to stamp the string and the bow again in Granny Apple, which I've put down somewhere and can't see. Here it is. The string just, oh, there we go. I'll clean all these later. Always clean your stamps, otherwise you get a whole wonderful array of colours when you at least expecting it, or I do anyway. There we go. And then we need, I do like this sentiment in here. It's got deck your halls. I really like it. I think it's a very nice sentiment. Have I left myself enough room, Fiona? Ooh. Just about. We can get away with that. I left it a little bit lower than the other one, I think. Okay. Right. So first off, what we do is we try and correct that. Now you see, that looks a bit better than the other one. Doesn't look so drunk. So just a little bit of glue. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue under here, just so that holds down a bit. There we go. And then just a little bit of glue around here, then I can slide this into position. I always get gluey hands. I don't when I'm normally crafting, it's just when I'm doing videos. I'm just a messy crafter sometimes. Okay, just press that down and wait for that to grab. And then hopefully our glitter has dried. It might not be perfect, but hopefully it's dried enough. And that will go down in there. I'm keeping it flat. You could obviously put dimensionals on if you wanted to. Hope you're seeing everything I'm doing. I have scored my card blank, that's good. Always handy to score your card blank. There we go. And then I'm going to take my paper everywhere. Okay. There you go. I'm just trying to be careful of the glitter. It's probably not 100% set yet, but that will be okay. Okay, now what I might do, I might add this is my bling box. I might add a few bits of bling. What do we fancy? We're going to fancy some pearls. I'm going to fancy, oh, might do a few of these. The trees look drunk still, don't they? But let's see. Oh, chuck that away. How odd does it look if I put... There we go. We do it like that. Looks like the deer is foraging for sequins, but you know, I'm not too bad. I think that's okay. Nice neutral colours. Right, so that's that one. This was my original. So it looks slightly better now that it's not so drunk. You could, if you wanted a really clean image of the deer, you could stamp those onto a piece of scrap paper, stamp them first, mask them out, then do the rest of it. I'm quite happy. I think that's nice. I think it's a nice chilled out Christmas card. I think it has a nice little detail. So that's my version of a shadow card. I hope you like it. Thank you. Bye.